Hey, it's Patrick from J&P Cycles, and there is absolutely nothing I like more than getting new people on motorcycles, even tiny people, and that's where these Stacyc bikes come in. Right here, you see we have a Stacyc, the eDrive 12, and in the box here, which we'll show you in a second, we have a 16. And these are the best gateway drug, I say that in the most positive way possible, into getting kids under motorcycles. I'm sure you've seen pedalless bikes before, but these take it a step further and teach things like throttle control. So it's very easy for them to balance. There's places for them to put their feet. They feel very safe because it's easy to get their feet to the ground. But at the same time, you have throttle control, you have an electric motor. We'll get to more of that in a second. Let's see what you get when you open the box. Okay, assembly on these things is pretty simple. There's a lot of packing in there. First thing I'm going to do, put the handlebars on here. You're only gonna need 3 tools for this whole thing: a 5mm Allen, a 6mm Allen, and a 15mm wrench. The torque specs are listed in the little quick start guide that they give you. Very, very simple. If you don't have a torque wrench, you should go buy one. If you don't have a torque wrench, just be smart and don't over tighten things, but keep things safe. But assembly is really a snap. All right, so we have 2 models of the eDrive, eDrive 16 and the eDrive 12. So let's talk about what they have in common and then what the differences are. Aluminum frame, steel fork, drum brakes on the back of both of these, and they do have freewheels, meaning when you let off the gas, they will coast forward. You won't get that like decel jerk from the electric motor, which is a really nice feature. They have real chains on them, which is a very nice feature. It's got a nice chain guard, keeping anything from getting caught up in there. Now, right off the bat, you'll see the difference in size. This is the 16-inch version. 16-inch wheels on this one, 12.5-inch wheels on this one. Both of them have pneumatic tires. Really love that about it. And you can also teach your kids, start checking air pressures at an early age. Now, the 16 here has a 4-amp-hour battery, and the 12 has a 2-amp-hour battery. Both of them are 12 volts. Runtime, depending on how your kids are gonna ride it, is 30 to 60 minutes, and about the same charge time, 30 to 60 minutes. Size-wise, they're both rated for 75 pounds. Differences are seat height: 13-inch seat height on the 12-inch one, and a 17-inch seat height on the 16-inch one. Obviously, they have adjustable seats. You can raise those up or down. So the inseam height, if your little one is anywhere from a 14 to 20-inch inseam, you're gonna want them on the little bitty one here. And if you have the bigger inseam, from 18 to 24-inch inseam, this bike here is gonna fit them a little better. They weigh close to the same, 17 pounds, 19 pounds. I imagine the extra 2 pounds is in the wheels and the battery. The battery on the 16 is clearly bigger. Now let's talk about performance, because these things will go. They have a twist grip, take off down the road, they'll be cruising in no time, but they do have a really cool feature on these. Both of these bikes have 3 different speeds where the parent can actually set how fast they want their kid to go. The 3 speeds on the 12-inch are 5 mile an hour, 7 mile an hour, and 9 mile an hour. The 3 speeds on the 16-inch are 5 mile an hour, 7.5 mile an hour, and 13 mile an hour. And while those numbers might not seem like they're that much to you, trust me, these little things go. That's why this next feature is so important. You hold this wide open, turn it on, it's gonna blink, and it's gonna make a bunch of noise. And then should go silent. Hold it for 1 second and then let it go. Now as you turn it, that's the slowest mode, that's the middle mode, and this is the wide open balls to the wall mode. You just hold it at whichever one you want. And once it starts beeping, then it's locked into that mode. You let it go, and then now when you turn the bike back on, it'll tell you what mode it's in. So you can set it as your kid starts to progress and as they start to ride better and more comfortable, you can open it up for them. And I think that's huge because you don't want to scare them. You know, the last thing you want them to do is have a bad experience with something like this. So set it at that low speed, they'll get used to it, trust me, they'll be wanting more and they'll be ripping before no time. I think you could probably even teach them how to do a burnout on this if you were so inclined. I would probably be that parent, and I encourage that type of activity. Overall, man, I really wish I had one of these when I was a kid. It was fun riding little bicycles and stuff, but man, an electric powered bike like this would just be awesome. Coming in at about $650 in the small one, $850 on the big one, you will have that much fun with your kid and get every dollar worth out of it, I am sure. As always, have any questions about small bikes or big bikes, feel free to drop us a comment and go ride those motorcycles.